If you could show Mozart a modern song to blow his mind, what song would you show him? A fifth of Beethoven. This is perfect on a few levels. It's not your Amadeus, but still, check this out. Except for the fact that it's based on Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, which wasn't even written until after Mozart died, so he wouldn't even recognize it. Isn't that the point? Sir Duke by Stevie Wonder. Probably. Classic bit of jazz mixed with pop. And big band. Really just a short history of modern music. That is a great song. I'd probably also add the entire Songs in the Key of Life album. But Sir Duke for me is a standout of so many great songs. Sir Duke was the song that made me go and really listen to Stevie later, as became my favorite song of his. And because I loved the Rhodes solo on that song so much, I later became a Herbie Hancock fan. Falco, Rock Me Amadeus. Back in the 80s, a friend and I were listening to this song in the car. She asks me if he's actually singing Hot Potatoes. Hot potatoes. Oh hot potatoes. Come and rock me hot potatoes. I've never been able to unhear this for the past 3.5 decades. That's where I got my username. Sorta kinda a little bit r/Beatler chewicking. r/Cheatler buzzing. Ram Ranch. It's all fun and games until you have to tell him that Ram Ranch doesn't actually exist. Yet. Don't do this. Don't give me hope. 18 naked cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch. Rock'n'Roll McDonald's by Wesley Willis. Saw him live in Buffalo. He pounded 6 inshores before he played. Ensure the meal replacement. Edit. Okay, I looked up Wesley Willis, and I'm no longer skeptical nor confused. Rock over London, rock on Chicago. Ensure the meal replacement. This is the seventh element. BLBLBLBLBLBLBLBLBLBL. How you how? Yaprishal Dati E2 Piece Nayu. Derud Sandstorm. Inhales. Da 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 da. Carrot 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 DUH da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I would play Appa's Barbie Girl just to watch him willingly return to his grave before the song finishes. Wow. I'll never be that good. Apostrophe. Could you ducking imagine? Televised event. Magical necromancer brings Mozart back from the dead to listen to some songs on live TV. Every single musician listening to hear what his favorite genre is listens to Barbie Girl and thinks it's the best shit he's ever heard. The music world would be in tatters. I could see him doing this as a joke. I would. Mozart vs Skrillex epic rap battle. He'd be so confused. Also show him some 12-tone Schoenberg stuff. He'd be like, pretty sure I didn't say any of that. More like it's benizimlj sicher dasichnich staven jesagtabe. Edit. Okay, settle down fellas, I used English to German Google Translate. I'm not at all knowledgeable in the art that is 18th century Austrian German. Bless you. Jet and heat. Mozart was born and raised in Austria and spoke mostly German with French and Italian. 100% him playing him Rammstein. Probably the concert version of Mean Teal with all the explosions and theatrics. Then maybe some Gojira to show him what the French are up to. Possibly some Tulaf Hez Curious. Then some baby metal, because something tells me he'd get Japan in a weird way. Play him Deutschland. Catch him up on some German history and a great song at the same time. 99 Luftballons. That's exactly what I was thinking. I think he would love that song. Funny. I was just talking about this in another thread. I'd start by playing him some of the composers that came after him. Stravinsky, Copland, that kind of stuff. Then some film scores, like from Williams, Horner, Berry, etc. I'd love to see what he'd think of jazz and rock and roll too. If I could only pick one thing, it would be Rite of Spring by Stravinsky. I always wondered what Bach would think of Chopin. He would probably like Chopin, but be more impressed by the sound and expressiveness of the 19th century piano, which didn't exist in J.S. Bach's time. I'm guessing he would be excited to try to write a fugue for it. Even the organ has come on in leaps and bounds since he was alive. I'd like to see him react to that. What's this strange pedal here? Wait, this thing has volume control now? I would also love to see Mozart listen to Life on Mars by David Bowie, The Great Gig in the Sky by Pink Floyd, or Exit Music for a Film by Radiohead. He might be intrigued by Pyramid Song by Radiohead. Everything in its right place and Kid A. He should take LSD, watch Vanilla Sky, and then listen to Everything in its right place. Megalovania, and then show him how many people have tried to make it sound bad, with most failing miserably. Removed. I hope he was wrong, like in The Good Direction. His hearing was destroyed in a mining explosion when he was 12 years old. Now he has severe tinnitus and is a jetaway driver. Honestly, show him a Mozart song. The fact that he's still a household name almost 300 years later would probably blow his mind more than any one song from the future. Probably the instrumental progress would flip him out the most. The piano has grown in size and loudness since he was around, so I agree. One of his pieces on a modern piano or symphony would flip him out. Or synths. He might not be able to get his head around that at all. Given that he was a musical genius and quite familiar with acoustics, I kinda doubt that. That said, I'm sure he'd really dig it, and I'm certain he'd love MIDI. There's that whole electricity thing to get over first. Probably a Philip Glass or Stephen Reich work of minimalism. Mozart was avant-garde for his day. He would be blown away by the creative freedom and dexterity of technique in a composition by Glass or Reich. I thought Glass too, but I don't know if his mind would be blown in that he thinks it's great, or blown away that something so minimalist could achieve commercial success. Crazy Frog, Axel F. Peanut butter jelly time. May as well go Harlem Shake for the epic beat drop. Just take him to any public place. In his time, musicians and composers were rare, and you hardly ever heard music. Nowadays you can listen to music playing in the background basically everywhere, and we even consider it weird to be sitting in silence at a place. He'd be used to a world where the majority doesn't have music, and yet pretty much anywhere you took him there'd always be some music track playing. I feel like the musical aspect won't be as much of a shock as like the clothes and electricity, and like cars and stuff. Mozart has a lot of catching up to do. Are all of you people seriously gonna tell me that you're not gonna rickroll the dude? Come on. I'm disappointed. Never gonna give you up is the only right answer. Edit. U/real lyric as a lie. I doubt if he understood English. Does the video have German subtitles? I'm happy to inform you that Mozart did speak English, along with another dozen or so languages. Crisis averted. He spoke a dozen languages and could play the piano. Save some pussy for the rest of us, Mozart. Save some pussy for the rest of us, Mozart. Spoiler, he didn't save some pussy for the rest of us. Money Machine by 100 Jex. Hey you little puss baby, you think you're so ducking cool. Huh, you talk a lot of big game for someone with such a small truck. Or look at those arms, your arms are so ducking cute, they look like little cigarettes. I bet I could smoke you. I could roast you. Johnny B. Good. I don't know. I'd guess Mozart won't be ready for that yet, but his kids are gonna love it. Great Scott. Rap him for Jesus. Well, I wrote this song for the Christian youth. I wanna teach kids the Christian truth. If you wanna reach the kids on the street, you gotta make a rap to a hip hop beat. So I gave my sermon an urban kick. My rhymes are fly. My beats are sick. A Day in the Life, the Beatles. This was my first thought as well. Just put the whole of Sgt. Pepper on repeat. Ecstasy of Gold or Master of Puppets or Bangarang or something by Hans Zimmer. I'd really like to know what he thinks of a modern composer. Well, that's a range law. Duel of Fates, Star Wars. It would probably remind him mostly of the oratorios of Handel, which he would be very familiar with, and the sound of which would be considered a bit old-fashioned. Nonetheless, John Williams' big orchestra would be very unfamiliar to Mozart, with several instruments that were not part of the standard orchestra in his time. He would be curious about the rich bass sound, and would find the arrangement generally very quirky and perhaps exciting. I think he would be turned off by the structural formlessness of Duel of the Fates, since his time was very big on structural cleverness. Yep, I'd choose something stirring like Arlington from JFK or even Immolation Scene from Ep 3rd. Affix twin, Mount St. Michel plus St. Michael's Mount. Can't believe this is the only RDJ comment. Right, my first thought was Affix. Dance of Eternity or Octavarium by Dream Theater. I'm glad someone said Dream Theater. It seemed obvious to me. I've been listening to Dance of Eternity pretty much daily for the past month now and it absolutely blows me away. Dream Theater was definitely my first thought. That said, maybe something like Apocalyptica would be a good thing to show him, as it still has the familiar classical element and is something he won't reject immediately. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.